What's happening, everybody? Lucky here, and welcome back to Anime Casuals. Today, we're talking about Zombie Land Saga and why, in my objective opinion, as in there should be absolutely no argument to the contrary, is the best idol anime made to date. And if you disagree, then you're simply a stupid zombie. Now let's go, 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 go! Go! Before we get into this, I will be spoiling a lot, including the end of Season 2. If you're okay with that, then let's go ahead and move on. And before we get into the actual nitty-gritty of this video, if this video does get 100 likes, I will dye my hair white and do a cover of Junko's song, 50 Things Forgotten. Anyways, let's start off with the elephant in the room, the animation. One of the episodes in particular, Season 1, Episode 3, really got a lot of flack for its CGI and how weird and robotic it looked, but even though I do agree it looks a little weird, I did start to think about it in the totality of the whole series, because now that 2 seasons are out, I'm starting to appreciate how far they've come and how intricate their choreography is now. Now, I do understand that a lot of people are still not going to be into the CGI. It's kind of an acquired taste at this point, but I still think it meshes very well with the 2D animation. And speaking of the 2D animation or the regular animation, I have to say it is up there with some of the best of them. In an episode where they take a look back at Yugiri's life back in feudal Japan, there were times when I forgot I was watching Zombie Land Saga and thought I was actually watching a samurai anime. It was that immersive. The anime has just a certain crispness to it, and it's one of those unforgettable looks where when you see it, you definitely know this is Zombie Land Saga. Now, let's go ahead and get into the music, and holy shit, is the music great, especially in the second season. The one thing that I started to appreciate was that the songs at the end of most of the episodes had a lot to do with the story and put a great bow on the storyline that was being presented. The other thing that adds itself to the music is how different everyone's voice sound. You have Yugiri, who's very mature, and in Saga Jihen, a song that they do towards the end of Season 2, you get to hear a very jazzy tone with a little bit of burlesque in there. Whereas Junko has one of the most uniquely deep voices I've ever heard. Which contrasts very well with Lily, who has a very high-pitched voice. Whereas when I'm watching other idol anime, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between certain voices because they're all trying to do the same voice. Now, let's just face it, you cannot have a good idol anime with bad music, and you start to see how big these songs are and how impressive it is to actually have these songs that mean so much to the story, but also are very good on their own, just listening to it. Even though I don't understand Japanese, I mean, I can jam to some of these freaking songs. The next part would be the characters, and let me tell you, I love every character in this anime. The members of Fran Shushu all have their own quirks, like Saki is a former bike gang leader, Sakura was a former student thrust into the spotlight, Tai is a zombie who hasn't fully awakened yet and is still very much that stereotypical zombie going, ooh, And Ai is an idol who died in her prime, who has to deal with the mediocrity that Fran Shushu started off at. Another highlight is Kotaro, who is the manager and necromancer who is in charge of the group, whose sole purpose is to save Saga, and he brings a lot of comedic elements to this series. One of the biggest highlights of every single episode is when Kotaro comes into their meetings and he brings some quirky thing out with him, whether it be bringing out a conch shell or just any of his crazy things. One of my favorites was when he came out as a military commander or sergeant and just started cursing him out. Oh my god, this guy is freaking hilarious. And I did hear a little bit behind the scenes that the voice actor actually did a lot of improv for this role, and you can kind of tell that he added his own flavor, and that's really a great part of Kotaro, is that it has this very unique quality to it. Now, in Zombie Land Saga, a lot of the side characters take the form of fans, and all of these fans are great because they're always coming back. You know, we have Lily's dad, and one of my favorites are these 2 guys who came from the very beginning episode when they're playing this metal concert. They just continue to watch these guys, and I always call them Bulk and Skull. I didn't even bother to look up their names because that's what their names are now. If you guys don't know who Bulk and Skull are, they're these 2 crazy characters from the original Power Rangers that were pretty much like these 2, a fat guy and a tall skinny guy, that were just weird and just there for the hell of it, but they were also the highlights of the series, just like these 2 are. And remember, Kotaro is trying to save Saga, which is a very small prefecture in Japan. It makes sense to have all of these recurring guests because they all believe in Fran Shushu, and Fran Shushu is trying to bring more attention to Saga. So as Franchushu gets more and more famous, they start to grow their numbers, and you start to even see people that are outside of Saga start to join the crowd as well. Lastly, I'd like to talk about the story, and this was one of the most surprising things about this anime, is that zombies and idols just go together. I don't know how they did it or how they figured out that this was going to work, but it just does. And the interesting thing about it is that when I watch other idol anime, they'll typically stick to the real world stuff, right? Like talent agencies and scouters and all that kind of stuff. Maybe a unique twist here and there. But Zombie Land Saga straight up just starts off with a girl getting hit by a truck, and here you go, zombie idols. When the anime gets lighthearted, it does it well, and it feels as though you're watching a simple slice of life. However, when it gets deep, it shows its ability to change its atmosphere on a dime and leave you in tears in an episode that may have started out fun and happy. Also, as you go from season to season, the stakes are raised considerably, and that's something that needs to happen in any good story. You need to put the characters that we love and cherish in new and challenging predicaments to keep us interested. And I have to say, after the reveal that aliens might be coming to Saga in season 3, I am freaking hyped for the next season. Even if another idol anime might do some of these things better, I believe that no other anime combines all of these so well and does it better than Zombie Land Saga, making it the best idol anime that has ever been made. Also, if you guys ever get a chance, there have been some live shows where the voice actresses reprise their roles, and they do a freaking bang up job, and you can check that out on YouTube. I'll put a link to one of the shorter clips in the description box down below if you guys want to check that out. Like I said before, guys, if this video gets 100 likes, I will dye my hair and do a cover of the song 50 and 4 Things Forgotten, so don't forget to like the video to hear my abysmal singing voice. As always, guys, don't forget to keep it casual.